Hey guys, it's Roblox Tycoon and welcome back to Theme Park Tycoon 2. In this video, I'm going to be going over the new, well, relatively new, it came out 2 days ago, 3 days ago actually, multi-launch coaster that looks absolutely amazing, as every other new coaster does, but I especially like this one. Like the trains are so cool. Like I don't know if this is like based off of Intamin or Vekoma or what, but the trains look so good and the restraints are animated. I don't remember if other coasters has animated restraints, but I do know that some more coasters have animated restraints. That's one of the things added in this update. But yeah, this is the brand new multi-launch. It works exactly the same as the old multi-launch, and I will be covering how you can still use the old multi-launch. But first, I should go and check out the change log. So you got to scroll down a bit because at this point it's been 3 days since the update came out, and I'm honestly just making this video so that I have motivation to upload again. Uh, but I'm still gonna, go over the update for people that are watching this video a little bit late. So they redesigned the roller coaster, the multi-launch coaster. The old version is regarded as legacy and will be hidden from build menus by default. So if you don't have a certain setting enabled, you won't be able to use the old multi-launch coaster. But I will show you how you can do it. You can make it visible again via the settings menu, and I'll show you where that option is. There's also a new path pressure plate item when a player or a guest steps on it. Now this means that a player, like an actual human player controlling a character in the game, or one of the AI guests that walk around your park and give you money, either of those can step on it and it'll activate other items. This is not currently supported on controllers. There's also a proximity sensor item that can detect players in an area. I do think this is only human controlled players, and it has some cool modes, which is also not currently supported on controllers. Also, more rides now have animated seat restraints, like the absolutely beautiful seat restraint animation on the multi-launch. Sequencers can play at a time offset by clicking the timeline. The cars per train limit on some roller coasters has been increased, which is really cool. Used to be 7, now it is supposedly higher. Haven't actually checked that out yet. Some save game storage was optimized, which is nice, and the image picker is a little bit better. And there were some other various changes, as well as some more various minor issues being fixed. And actually, yesterday I tried to record this, but the rides were literally not working, so I couldn't show off the coaster. Anyway, let's check out the new coaster. It is the same as the old multi-launch. As you can see, I have enabled the setting to show them both in the build menu. They cost the same amount. They've both got the same one wide track and all the same track options. The only difference is visual. However, I do want to check out the increased train length limit, so I've gone and built a ton of stations. Just going to add an entrance and an exit real quick to spawn in the train. And then I will add a ton of trains. Okay, this one can only go to 7. Aha, so the hypercoaster is one of the ones that has the additional train length. This one can go up to 9. I don't really want to bother to see if there's others, but there probably are. But I figure since I have mentioned it multiple times, I should probably show you how to get the old multi-launch coaster. So what you can do is you can go into settings, then you might need to scroll down a bit. It's in the first menu, generic settings, and click this tick box right here, show legacy content in build menu. Once you've done that, the old versions of the corkscrew coaster, which is the steel coaster, the inverted coaster, and the multi-launch coaster, as well as any other future redesigned coasters and rides will appear in that menu. So here in the paths menu, you can find the new pressure plate path. This one's very expensive, $7,000. Luckily, I'm rich. I can buy like 50 of them, I think. So you can place it down and you can step on it. You can see it does have a very obvious pressure plate part, but then of course you can change all of the textures on this if you want to make it blend in with the normal texture, and also change the color, but I can't be bothered to do that. So since it's becoming dark, and I don't really want to wait for it to become day again because I don't have a private server anymore, I figure I might as well activate this with a light. So let's get this light, let's increase the light so we can see a little better. Now it's a little too bright, let's turn it on. And here's how you hook these up. So you click on the item here, you can add a trigger. There's a cooldown, so you can't just press on it a bunch of times, but you can decrease that to 1 second. I'm just going to leave it at 2. And then you click this add button down here, and you can select an item to be activated. This can include lights, TNT, among other features. Click on that, and once you step on it, it'll turn the light blue, and then it'll do that for a moment, and then it'll turn back to not being blue. You can also have guests use this, and you can change the permission, so you can set it to any player, any guest, any player, park owner and co-builders, or park guests. Should probably test that out to see the park guests using it. I have set up a pressure plate over here to activate this TNT right here when a guest walks over it. So if we can wait for a guest to walk over here, I do have my guests set to low quality, so maybe I could improve that, but this guy's coming over. Let's see. And it will launch me because I was standing on the TNT. TNT is fun in this game. I like it. And when guests walk over here, they get blown up, so that's even more fun. There's one more item in this update, the proximity sensor. This one's really expensive at $12,000, so let's just place that down. And you can also have this activate things when someone goes in this area. You can see the area, and you can also increase the size of it if you want, decrease the size, and it looks like this is sideways in your park, this is like forward, backward, and then this third one is up and down. And you can set it to be any player or only the park owner and co-builders. So you can add triggers when the player enters or exits the area. I'm just going to have this trigger a light. So when a player enters the area, I'm going to add this light and I'm going to make it turn green. And then when someone exits the area, I'll trigger this light to turn red. So when I walk into the zone, this turns green, and then it turns off while I'm still in the area, but once I exit this, it'll turn red. So that is it for this video. If you enjoyed, you could check out some of my other videos, consider liking or subscribing, but that's all for this video, so I'll see you later, and goodbye.